Alright, I'm going to go ahead and talk about using tweening, and I've made a really simple animation at the end for our video that we're making for the competition. So here we are with the background. I've made a zombie animation to tween. I've made the list of everybody that's going to be on the video. I had the video production by, and that will be whoever compiles and does the transitions between things. And then I have a humorous ending, and I'm going to eat some cauliflower from Rachel's video. Alright, so I've got everything turned off now but my background. I'm going to click here on Create Frame Animation, and if you click on that, this should pop up, and I've got the black background. I'm going to add a new frame to my animation. I am going to leave the black on and add zombie animation by. This will be our credits. And in between the two things, in between, we're going to do a tweening with fade. So you've got some choices here. You usually want to have all layers, and we want to have position, opacity, and effects into place. And we could do 30 frames, which would be with 0 for a whole second of film. But I'm just going to go ahead and do 8. I think that's a good number. And so here's our opening then for our credits. And that went by really, really fast. So we're going to click here on number 1 and click on number 8, 9, 10. Excuse me. And let's try what it looks like with a half a second. And then we'll play. And that looked pretty good. So now we do the same thing. We're on the last one, and we add a new frame. And we turn off this one. So now it's black. And then we add a new frame. And then we're going to have the list of everyone in class. And we may need to do this again before we save it, because we have 2 people who haven't turned in a video yet. And now we'll do the same thing. We'll go here and click tween, and tween between this frame and next frame. I want to make sure it's the one that's in front of it that we're going to tween to, and click OK. And here now is our whole animation. Alright, and so that looked pretty good, and we're ready to go on. We add a new frame, and we're at the end. We turn off the color, and we could do a transition between this and this. We didn't do a transition between this and this, so let me go back and do that. That's a pretty good fade. I think that looks alright. That one fading to black before we have the next one. Let's do a really quick fade in there. And let's do like 3 frames. 3 frames and fade to black. See if that did that right. So now it went from, and it just didn't suddenly turn off that way. Then we'll add a new frame, And this time we're going to put video production by, and she'll need to make a new frame for after that with her name, of whoever makes this is the producer tomorrow. And then we'll tween this next frame. And we will do the same thing, but let's add 4 in between. Alright, so that looks like this, getting darker. Then we'll put a black frame for a new frame. And turn off that. And tween between the two. Click the little tween button. And let's try 3 again. And this way we'll fade to black before she puts her name in and tweens for that. And then, so I'll put in a new frame for her to put her name in. And we'll leave that blank for right now. And when she does that, since we've already started our animation, her name is going to go on every layer. That's an easy thing to do. That you select all of your layers by clicking here and clicking there. And then since that person's name will be across all of them, we have the one that we want their name to be on, which would be this one, and we turn off the eyeball. So we'll unclick that one. Whoops. I have to start here. Do that again. Let's go there. And then you just turn off the eyeball for that layer, that if you've got the mistake where that new thing that you've added in goes across all of the layers. Alright, so that happened to me a lot. I used to didn't know what to do, and I get upset and want to throw it out and start over, and you don't have to. You just have to find the layer that added it on to everything and turn the eyeball off for every layer but the one you want it on. So you can add new things in once you started animating. Alright, so then the next thing is she's got that. She's got it produced. We'll add a couple blanks for that. And then we'll end with a joke. So the next layer that we've got here, let's add another layer. So we've got a couple there for her to work with. And turn on Ron Favors piece coming in. And we'll really quickly tween between it. And add 3 layers, and he should come up. And then we add another layer. And add, I'm going to go eat some cauliflower. And, whoops, it's in the wrong spot right there. So come down to the very end, add a new layer, add, I'm going to go eat some cauliflower. And tween between those two. Click your tweening button, add, let's do 4 this time. And then here's the last one. And now the last thing we need to do is add 1 more and fade to black. And then we've got rolling credits that will go on the end. Let's see. That's the last one. Turn off everything but the black and tween between it and the last, and let's make this about 10. Alright, so there is the whole animation except for the name. So let's see how this turns out. Play our animated, whoops, he's on the wrong one, so I'll hit stop, go to the beginning, put it up there, and hopefully it'll be our credits for our animations that we made that we can add to the end. And it's not so fast that people in the audience won't be able to read it. Now, whoever is the producer will have to come up with a title for this in very much the same way and link them together. Let them make those choices, and when they're done, then you click this little button here in the corner, and that one will take it to our video. And then for making our videos for the first time, you're going to go File to Export and Render at the video. And then you call this whatever you're going to call it. This one will probably be Credits. And that's all okay, and click Render. And that will be a video to add to all our zombies.